the Facebook page or something that we can get it out to the patients in terms of, obviously we did not do what we were supposed to in your case, Mike, but I think we need to get the information about the procedure out to everybody.
Okay, perfect. All right, so here's what we're going to do. This town hall and the next, let's get the information out so you know the process that we're saying this is what is supposed to occur. And let's see if we have an improvement between this town hall and the next town hall. Okay, yes, sir.
I've had an MRI done, and it's been sent out by the doctor. And half the time, even when it comes back, the doctor can't find it. Because somewhere between coming either the new software that's been updated or when it's coming, because it ends up, most of my stuff ends up coming, and he has to look in his notes, or he has to search through his notes, or when he put in my consult, and by the time they get it, our appointment's over. What they're saying is right. Half the stuff gets in, if it is coming in, it's not put into a place where the doctors can get to it immediately. And that's what a lot of us have a problem with.
Is it mainly radiology reports? Or?
So for you, it's radiology. You, it's been primary care type, that mix of stuff. And Mike, yours was radiology and other. Okay. The process. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We should have taken your signature.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I thought through My Healthy Vet. I haven't done it, but they said that you can link your doctors on here. Is that working?
That's correct. So if you're registered for My Healthy Vet, you were able to use a web-based email system to communicate with not just your doctor, but your care team. Nurse, pharmacy, physician, nutrition, sorry. So your care team, so that you don't have to call them or wait to come in, you can email them. And there's some components, your scheduled appointments, your laboratory results. There's a lot of things that are in there that give you more control of your healthcare than you might have not had before. But I don't think it necessarily shows everything that's in your medical record. So we may see some things that you wouldn't see via My Healthy Vet. But I would encourage everybody to sign up for it and use it because it's healthcare 24/7. You don't always need to call us. You may just want to send us an email, and you can do that. Okay, so we're going to switch to some questions about the Choice Act. So I'm going to have Lex just answer some questions and see if that doesn't draw out some more questions about the program.
Yeah, this is from Mr. Grant Allen Goffinet. I used the Choice program, and the surgeon ordered $500 for 2 walking boots, 1 crutch, and cold therapy use. And why are we denying payments? Surgeon ordered me medication. VA pharmacy did not carry or have the equal to, so I paid cash. And will the VA pay me back? Why? So with the Choice program, and this is something to do with the medical records, we're working hard on getting some of the medical records back, specifically MRIs. Sometimes the outside provider doesn't understand the protocols to get the documentation back to us timely, so I would encourage any of you that do have issues with providers for outpatient stay to please call 4704, which is my department, and we will chase up your medical documentation. We don't want to delay your care any further, so please feel free. The number's in the back on the patient-centered care guidebook. Just give me a ring and we'll chase that down. For the prescriptions and durable medical equipment, the Choice program does not cover durable medical equipment and prosthetic items, and they should be coming back to the VA. So if you have prescriptions or durable medical equipment, you need to get them filled at the VA. This is an ongoing issue with these types of things, but I want to please state to everybody here that they know that through the Choice program, you got to get your medications filled at the VA. And pass that information on, and we can try to do stuff to try to get that message out there a little better.
And then I might address the non-formulary versus formulary issue with the outside physician, because those may come up more with Choice Care also, where an outside provider under the Choice Care writes a prescription to one of our veterans that is not on our formulary. There's a mic right there. There you go.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Iscari. I'm the Chief of Pharmacy. So the question of patients going out, yourselves going out to a choice provider, obtaining a medication that's not on the formulary, and coming back and trying to have that medication filled. Typically what will happen will be the pharmacy will reach out to that provider and we'll work through the formulary to find the best medication that's on formulary for you. So something that's equivalent, perhaps a generic, or another branded product that is an equivalent product, therapeutically equivalent to the product that the prescriber prescribed for you. So that's the current process. Rich, I have a couple questions. You want me to go ahead?
Sure, yeah. Well, let me ask this. I've got one more question about voice, and Lex, this one goes back to you, and then we'll see if anybody else has it before we change topics. Lex, one of the concerns that this young man just brought up is that he's had struggles being able to get a hold of staff to ask questions specific to the Choice Act and their particular care.
Yeah, definitely, and that's we do have the number in the back. It's 4704, and you can come and get my direct line, and we can work with you.
I have personally called your line several times, and you've never been on call.
Specifically.
Okay, so you've got. I'll get your phone number after, and we'll make sure we can go through what your specifics are.
Okay, any other questions or issues? We know this is a changing issue because Congress can change the laws at any time. VA may change the process under which we utilize the Choice Act. So we'll explain. I'm going to come back. No, here we go. Okay, so we got one here. Okay.
My name is William Harkness. My wife and I are both Army veterans. I was diagnosed with MS in 2007, and I looked online and I find that Loma Linda is listed as one of the MS Centers of Excellence. There are no MS doctors at Loma Linda. There is a temporary specialist 1 day a week. I was treated 2 visits at an outside doctor through the Choice program, who informed me that I could get Botox injections for my headaches, which I've had constantly for 50 years. He also prescribed a drug for walking, which is also specific to MS. It's called Ampera. The VA system does not have Ampera, so they had to order it special for me since I came here to the Klein Center. So my question is why can't I continue to see the outside specialist who is an optic neurologist when there's nobody at Loma Linda that can help me?
So with the way the law is written, the hierarchy of care laws are for us to utilize other VA facilities prior to sending people out for the Choice program. As it is listed, Loma Linda does perform that specific service. That's why we would have referred you out to that program. If they are not performing that specific service, then we can utilize the program, and your name's Mr. Harkness, and I will get your phone number along with this gentleman over here, and we can work through your specific issues to see what we can do about that. But it's important to understand that the hierarchy of care is for us to send you to the VA first. I mean, ideally, we'd like you to be seen by VA physicians because we strongly believe the VA physicians do some of the best work possible for veterans. Myself, but if they're not available and these services aren't available, you should and are entitled to use the Choice program, and I work very hard on ensuring that you can get out to the outside. So I will definitely work with you, and we can see what we can do about working with the program.
Actually, my question is probably between the two of you. You guys said that, all of our stuff that we should get prescribed through the VA. Now, a lot of us have the problem get something from the VA that is actually working, but then all of a sudden we can't get it prescribed through the VA. I.e. being, and Brian has known very well, we recently have been using kinesio tape. I love it. It helps a lot. But then when my doctor put in to order it, pharmacy told us that they can't order disposable items, which I get my TENS units, which are disposable, and then we're told that someone has to be trained to put it on. My wife, who's my caregiver in the back, she was trained to train for it. Now I still can't get a pharmacist or anyone to sign off on it because my doctor is still saying that even in prosthetics are saying we can't order or prescribe bandages. And again, this is something that you guys have given me and a lot of other people, that something we say works for us, and then when we tell you that it works for us and it helps us, we can't go get it through, whether it's through choice or through the VA, either way.
So this specific instance, I don't know the status of kinesio tape and whether it's indifferent to you who owns that product. No, I agree. Whether it's prosthetics or pharmacy, the point is that it's not available to you. So I don't know the specifics of this case. I'll look into it for you, and I'll reach out and we'll get your telephone number so we can address this specifically. Some things are not part of the pharmacy benefit. I don't know if this is included, so that's what research will have to look at. Some things just are not available through the VA. Now, kinesio tape, I believe, is available over the counter, but it's fairly expensive. My experience with it, I've used it myself. So I'll look into that for you, and we'll get back to you.
So I'm going to have someone I know Brian knows you, but I'm going to have someone get your name in contact so we can follow up with it. Joe will be right up with you. Do you have a question about the Choice Act? Actually, we just got his name, number, and Tina just met with him a minute ago, so we can follow up with him later. So we got him for now. Okay, so we're going to move then to VBA issues. Emmett O'Mara is from the Los Angeles Regional Office, so he'll go through some of his cards and we'll answer some of your questions that are relevant to VBA as well. So, and remember, these will be generic answers because we can't talk about specific cases, but he can meet with someone or his staff can before tonight's over.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I do recognize a number of your faces, and I apologize up front for not necessarily remembering every name with every face that I recognize. But I do want to go through some of these cards. Some of these are a little more unique to the individual, and I'm going to, when I get to them, I'll request that you actually see one of our folks in the back or circle back to you after this is over. But one of the questions that came is, what are the reasons for the slow pace in processing claims benefits? Well, what the question was, why does it essentially take so long to get a claim processed? Why does it take so long to get a claim processed? I'm going to keep you in my sight, so I'm keeping my voice high enough, okay? So the claims process, and I think probably most of you have been through it, has several elements to it. Each is important as the next, and each must be done as accurately as possible. Each of these steps involves a real-life human being looking at it and making an action on that claim. Whether that action is as simple as putting control on it, or as complex as actually making a decision on the claim, or actually determining the withholding benefits, anything like that. There's a myriad of actions and a myriad of complexities to it. So because we have the human element in it and we want to get it right, it does take some time. All that being said, our timeliness has improved, and we are not what we used to be. Not too long ago, we had a great national effort to get rid of all of our